Today in this video we are going to see how I can read the text based PDF and extract the data from it. Hi everyone, welcome back to the next video in the PDF automation series where we are trying to understand the PDF automation in a step-by-step manner. My name is Mukeshkala. I am now a 5 times MVP certified solution architect and also a LinkedIn top voice. I have shared my LinkedIn details on the page. Feel free to send a connection request. Happy to be part of your network. Also, you can scan the QR and join our WhatsApp community where you get direct notification wherever there is a new video getting uploaded. Also, whenever you have some doubts or any questions you have, you can post in the group and developers try to help you there as well. Okay, so in the PDF automation guys, we are trying to understand this concept at a very basic level. In the previous video we have already set up the context. In case you are directly coming to this video, feel free to refer to the previous one so that you have the background ready. Okay, so the agenda for today is I am going to teach you how do you read the data from PDF and extract the information. Now let's talk about the use case. So I have this invoice today, right? And from this invoice, my idea is I want to extract some of the information, and with the help of the read PDF text activity, I am going to explain you how you can read, extract the information, and then I am also going to give you an easy way, right? And I'm also going to give you some hacks also in this tutorial, right? So now you might be thinking, where can I get these files, right? So for that, people who are following this channel, and in case you are coming new, right, I have a website which is called mailmukeshkala.com, right? And this you'll find the link in the video description, by the way, right? And if you go to the download sections, this is the place guys where I upload all the content of my channel, right? Specifically the files and all, right? And if you see here, you have a lot of files like document understanding, IKC, form extractor, Boolean file processing, train AI center. So all of these, when you go here into the download file, you can download the codes for specific videos. But the thing is, all of these has the input files, which is mostly receipt, PDF, scanned images, right? So we covered the document understanding, and there we had a lot of files, right? So all of that I have uploaded here. You can download it from this one, document understanding, or the IKC, and then you will have a lot of invoices and other things which you can download and follow along this tutorial, right? So that's how you can download the files, or in case you already have a PDF, feel free to utilize that as well. Okay, so now you have the files, and now we have the use case. Okay, now let's go back to UiPath and try to build this in a step-by-step manner. I request you guys to please open your UiPath Studio and follow along with me. Okay, let's get to UiPath Studio. Okay, so I am into my machine, and this is my UiPath Studio, right? This is the same solution guys we created in the last video. In case you haven't created, you can still go ahead and create a new solution and add this package, which is uipath.pdf.activities. That is what we require to continue the PDF automation, right? I have the project and I have this dependencies. Okay, now let's talk about the files. So for example, you already have files which you downloaded from my website, or you already have some invoice, receipts, anything, any PDF which you have, right? Now today I want to extract some of the information from this. Let's say I want to get this balance, I want to get this invoice number, I want to get this tracking number, right? Let's try to create a use case around that. Okay, so for that I'll go back to my UiPath Studio. I'll go here, create a new sequence. I'll say text based PDF, and I'll create this. Now first thing first, you'll go to the activities, right? And here, since we have already added the uipath.pdf.activity package into my activities, into my app integration, into my PDF, I have this activity which is called read PDF text, right? Because my PDF is the text based, right? So I'll just drag and drop it here, and now it is asking me, Mukesh, where is the file name? Okay, so the file name ideally would be in a variable, or it would be from some queues or any other workflow which is passing the data. All of that is your implementation. The focus here is on the PDF automation. Okay, so I'll click on this file button, and then I'll go to the same file and I'll point it to the text based PDF which I have, and it will take the PDF for me, right? You can keep it in the download, temp, anywhere you want, and you can start this, right? And now if you see, there is something which is called output. In the output it is coming as text. Now to get the text, I can say Ctrl+K and I can say str_output, right? So just two settings I have done. One is that I have created a variable, I have made it to all, which is the default value, right? And I have provided the path, right? And with that setup, you would be able to read the data from the invoice, right? Let's try to test that. I will just use an activity which is called log message, and in the info level log, and I just say str output, right? I'll save this, go here, run the file. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do is I'll just trying to read the data and put the information directly into the output panel, which looks like this. Now the information you see here is in a text format, and if I want to extract anything from here, I would need to write a code for that, right? And to extract the information, there are two ways to do it, right? And I'm going to show you both the ways, the tough way, easy way, and some of the hacks as well, right? That's what we decided. Okay, so this is my input, guys, right? So I'll just go here, copy this, maybe let's take it to a notepad file, I'll paste it here, and kind of this is what I am getting into the complete thing, right? Into the message, this is what we have got. So I can just maybe ignore the rest of the information, and this is the information which I have got, and I want to extract the information from this, right? In case you want to extract this information from here, you can always use something which is called extract text, which is like a string manipulation, where I will teach UiPath that from this output, find me something between, let's say, subtotal and text, and that will give me this ID. I will teach UiPath that find me something between after the tracking number, and that will be my this ID, right? Because UiPath is having this thing, right? So let's say today I want to get a tracking number. I only have one field, right? And I do not want to have any complicated thing. Just use something which is called extract text. Right now, extract text is asking me, Mukesh, where is your source code? My source code is in the str output, right? And then you have here something which is like this, value between the two strings, right? What is the starting string? So my starting string is this, which is the tracking number, right? Something like this. So you can use all of these parameters here. The last one is nothing, so I can leave it to blank. Now the good part about this activity is that it can also have the preview available for you, but as of now it cannot generate the preview because we are passing the output variable here, right? But as a developer, you can actually test this without even running the automation. That's also I'm going to show you, right? We have already the text which is there. I can copy this, and instead of this str output, just for doing the testing, I can paste the content into this one and say that this is what you will get, and I say save. And now if I go back to the activity, you would see that in the preview I am getting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, right? Which means that if you run this automation, you are going to get this from this activity by just using one activity, right? But this is useful when I have something which is like between, right? So for example, I want to get this total, right? Now into my text, you would notice that the total is coming between this and the amount paid, right? Remember, we do not have to refer this structure, right? Once you read this, this is coming as I would say this is coming something as a text, right? So we are doing the text manipulation. This is the first way of extracting the information, right? So into this, which is like the total. So I can just say, let's try to do this as well and test it, right? So I'll go here and I'll say that I want to value between the two strings, and by the way you have the other things as well, right? URLs, HTMLs, everything you have. So I am saying that I want to extract information between this total, and it got me this number, and then I want to extract between this ending text. I'll just remove this and paste this, right? And it says that the total, okay, I think there are multiple totals here. Let's try to see that, right? That's the problem of doing the string manipulation. Yeah, see, there are two totals here, right? So basically I have to provide this complete thing, because this is also total, right? So yeah, string manipulation. So I'll just go here and maybe I'll say that I am referring to this total, right? And now you will see that it is getting me the $16,799, which is like this total here. This activity also has something which is like email address, URL. So for your use cases where you want to extract only one value, two value, and you do not want to write much of the code, you can use the predefined string manipulation activities, right? And these activities are available into your programming. If you just expand this into the string, right, these are the activities which are available for you, which you can use to find this kind of stuff, right? And let's say now I want to extract this tracking number. Once you have got that, you can just use this same activity. I'll have replaced this output value between the text, tracking number, and this again is coming from this information. And then all you can do is, for example, I just use it to a log message activity, right? And into the log message activity, from whatever is extracted, I can just go here, hit Ctrl+K, and I say tracking number, tracking NUM, right? And then I can just log label to info, and I'll say tracking number, right? And with that, if I just go here and I say run the file, which means that by just using the string manipulation, if I go to the output now, you would see that I was able to extract the tracking number, right? So the first way of extracting data from the PDF, once you have got the text, is this way, which is called the string activities, right? Which is part of your programming, and you can directly utilize them as well. Okay. So this was the first way of extracting the information from PDF using the string manipulation activities, right? Now here an important point. You might be someone who is into a customer environment and you might not have access to these latest activities, right? Then also you can do the string manipulation by just using an assign activity, right? We have already talked about string manipulation in a different video. You can watch that. So the whole idea is that instead of writing this thing, you can always use this into an assign activity where you say that give me the text between this and this, right? Simple string manipulation, that also you can do, right? So that was just an additional information in case you want to do the string manipulation. Okay. So now I believe you guys are able to follow along and you are able to extract the data from PDF using string, right? If that is the case, maybe just comment down string manipulation, or maybe just comment down string extraction. So I understand that you guys are able to follow along before we jump to the next one. Okay, I'll wait for your comment, and now let's move to the next method. Okay, so after the string, the next one which you see a lot of people using is the regular expression, which is called the regex, right? Most of the companies which are not into AI and which language where string is bit complicated, we have a concept which is called regular expression. UiPath has something which is called regular expression activities, which you can utilize to extract the information from string, right? Once you have the string, that string can be from an email, from a PDF, since we are talking about PDF, but the whole objective of the regular expression is that you provide a huge string and then you provide a regular expression and it will extract the information for you. Okay, now to do the regular expression, if I have to utilize the same use case, right? So I'll just maybe comment down this activity, I'll comment down this extract text as well, right? So I used a read PDF text activity and I have got this output, right, which we have seen into this variable. Now instead of the string manipulation, let's try to do the regex. So for that, I'll just go to the activities and search here regex, and into the same string you would have something which is called find the matching patterns, right? So that's your regular expression activity. I'll drag and drop it here, and this activity is asking you configure the regular expression, and then all you have to pass is the text. So where is my text? This is my text. In the ideal world, again this is just for the developer testing, so I just pass the text here. Now here you need experience of regular expressions, right? Which means that now you can write your expression here where what is the thing you want to extract. I want to extract the digit. It will only give me the digit and it has highlighted all the digits from here, right? I want to extract the emails. It will, this is the regular expression to extract the email and I have no email here, so nothing is highlighted. I want to extract the US date. I can extract that as well, right, since I don't have the date. But if you'll see, this is how the regular expression looks like, right? Now how can I write a regular expressions? And for that I would suggest you to use the GPT, right? If we have the AI tools available, feel free to utilize them, right? Let's try to use GPT and write an expression for the regex. Okay, so I am into chat GPT. You can use any other LLM which is preferred by you, right? So for example, this is my input text, and let's say today I am interested to get, let's say, this thing which is the amount paid of $1,000, right? And I want a regular expression for that. I am not an expert in regular expression. You can always learn regular expression from internet, right? However, if you have things and stuff available which you can utilize, we should always utilize them, right? So I'll just go here, take it to chat GPT, and I'll say that the above is my input text and I want a regex to extract what this we say amount paid, right? This to extract the amount paid. Let's try to see that, right? So I have just written a simple expression that I want it to extract this regular expression amount paid, and it should give me that number, right? So let me just so from here I'll just copy this regular expression, go back to my UiPath Studio. From here I'll just select the advanced, and then let's try to paste the thing, right? And you can see that by just using GPT I was able to get the amount highlighted, which means that when I run this I am going to get this option, right? I'll just go here and I'll say save this, right? And now into the properties I can actually see that the pattern which I have used, and then what is the text to search in, which is nothing but my str output, right? So I have provided the output, which is the same thing which I have got here, and then I am asking it to put it in the regular expression. And then let's talk about the output, which is the first match. I'll just hit Ctrl+K and I'll say the match from regex, and that should create the variable for me here, which is this match from regex, right? And now all I want to do is just I'll just enable this to save time. Control E, into the log message, instead of the tracking number, what was the variable? ah, match from regex, right? So I just want to print the match from regex, right? So now if everything works as expected, guys, I should get that amount directly printed into my log message with the help of regex. Amount paid is equal to $1,000, right? So that's how you utilize regex, right? Regex itself is very complicated, but for people who are into enterprises and they do not have access to these activities, they are still using regex, right? So you can always utilize regular expression to extract the data from this, which I have shown, right? So that was the second way of extracting the information. You can learn regex from online, or you can always use the chat gpt to extract the information from that. Okay, I hope now you have understood the second way, which is the regex. Let me know in the comments if you are able to follow along by just commenting regex. And now let me show you the easiest way of extracting the data from the PDF, right? So just comment down regex and see you into the next one. Okay, so now let's move to the next one, that how I can extract the data from PDFs by using a third approach, right? And now with I am today recording this in 2025 June, right? And in June 2025, now we have something which is called UiPath generative AI activities, where I do not have to do the string manipulation, regex and all. Everything can be taken care by UiPath for me by using the generative AI, right? So if you are using community edition, if you have access to LLMs, generative AI, make sure that you utilize them for such use case as well, right? Let's try to quickly see that. Okay, so now I'll just remove this activity from here, and I'll go to the activities, and here I'll search something which is called content generation, right? Now from the content generation, I can actually use LLMs to extract this information. Content generation is a part of integration service activities, right? And this give access to the LLMs, right? And you can see here it is asking me that where is your generative AI, right? So from this connection, you can just say add new connection, and that will open the cloud account for you, cloud.uipath.com, which looks like this. Okay, it's going to authenticate. I just say connect. Okay, and it is going to connect to my account. Your integration is loading and it is successful, right? I have already created a complete playlist on the integration services, so make sure that you are well versed with integration services. I'll post the link in the descriptions. Okay, now coming back to this activity, now this is asking me, Mukesh, what is your model name? I will stick to the GPT-4o, which is the latest one, and then it is asking me simply for a prompt, right? Now system prompt, you can say that you are a helpful assistant which is extracting data from invoice, right? That's what we want to do. Now here all you have to do is write a prompt. So the prompt which I am writing is into the double quotes, right? So I am saying that from the input, where is your input? My input is in the str output, right? That is coming from the PDF. From the input, and then I just mention extract the, let's try to see what do you want to extract, right? Not here. Let's say I want to extract the date, right? I'm just saying that from this input extract the date, and that's it, right? By just writing like this, I am expecting that it should give me that details, right? Let's try to do that. I'll save this, and now again it is generative AI. The better prompt you write, you will get a better response, right? So I'll just save this, and the output of this activity would be this. I'll say control plus K, Gen AI underscore output, and into this one, now instead of this, I say Gen AI output, save this, run the file. right? So now what I have done, I am just using the read PDF text activity to read this data and then passing that data to generative AI activity and extracting the information, right? And if everything works as expected, I should in the output see the extracted date from the invoice is May 3, 2021. How cool is that, right? So basically now with this latest generative AI LLM introductions, we do not have to write much code, right? So PDF and all can be read with the traditional way, and then to extract the information you can use the string based regex or the latest gen AI depending on your implementations, right? Now in case if you are someone who is absolutely new to generative AI and you want to get started into step by step manner, I have a complete playlist which is this, where I am teaching you the generative AI activities in a step by step manner and building a use case, right? So we are seeing how do you use generative AI, how do you summarize the meeting, detect and transport email, protect sensitive data, credit card transaction signature, extract details from resumes, search public URL, right? All of these use cases I have built on a step by step manner, and in 2025 you should know how to integrate Gen AI, right? And this is the playlist, right? So that was all about, guys, about the PDF, and I believe now you have understood that how does the read PDF activity work and what are the different ways as a developer you have to extract the data from a PDF, right? I hope you are able to follow along this and you would have liked the generative AI, right? If that is the case, just comment down generative AI and I would understand that you also like this feature, right? And with that, I would like to wrap this video here. In the upcoming videos of the PDF automation, we will see that how we can utilize the other activities, and we are also going to see some of the other use cases as well, right? So with that, wrapping this video here. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and happy automation.